Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining. Thanks for being here. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I'm your host, Papa Joe. It's been an amazing couple of days. I'm a little tired today. So last night we had a couple different things happen at where I work, and being in IT, when stuff breaks or upgrades happen and don't work or things like that, 4:30 in the morning is a late night. I'm usually up late, but not that late usually. So yeah, fun times. So we got here. Good morning, Tom. Good morning. We've got Bitcoin management, Jim. Good morning, Jim. How's it going? Gloria. Good morning. Good morning. Crypto disposition. Your disposition. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you guys being here. The badass accountant. Thanks for coming in. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are always here. It's fantastic to actually see you guys and then have a conversation with you and have fun. Yeah, 4:30 in the morning is late even for me. I'm usually 1 to maybe 2:30, sometimes 3, maybe. Um, but that's just working through different thing. My brain just turns on at night sometimes, but like last night, 4:30 is just something about it just pushes you over. But anyways, fun times, I tell you what. Definitely need coffee. Mm. So, so gonna guys. First things first, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit those thumbs up. Got different people watching here. I don't know how many people are watching. It shows me, but I don't think it's accurate, to be honest with you, because there's more people posting usually than there are people watching. So smash the likes. Do me a favor and do that. And then please share this out and get others to subscribe as well. Help me grow the channel. It means a lot to me. You guys are here. Help me out and get that out there. Um, I do a 4:30 show, Patreon. Unfortunately, I have to put it behind a paywall, and I hate that. I got as low as they will let me. And it's just that you can have Papa Joe unfiltered. And I go into lots of different subjects and have a lot of different fun things, a lot of fun around different things around there. So, anyways, I'm gonna jump right in here and pop this over here. Did you guys realize that Bitcoin dropped 87%, like close to what Cliff High said it would do on Binance? Yeah, it dropped around $8,000, 8,200 to be exact. Where is the candlestick? Oh, I don't have it here. Actually, I may have it over here. That's Binance. Oh, it's Coinbase. That's not the right Binance. Let's see here. Well, where is the? Oh, there we go. See, yeah, this is a really cool platform, by the way. If you guys haven't if you don't use this at all, you may want to take a look at it. It's called Trading View. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. You can connect APIs to trading bots and all kinds of other really cool stuff. There is a paid for version that actually lets you build out different workflows and stuff and really have fun with it. It's actually kind of cool. Looks like I can only see Binance. I don't know why it's not letting me see Binance US. But anyways, oh well, whatever. Yep. So Bitcoin crashed 87%. Cliff High said that we would see a crash to around 80% towards the end of the year. Well, maybe that's what that was. It's a flash crash, but it happened, and it was only on one exchange, but it happened. What's going on, Trinity Man? Thanks for being here, man. So yeah, Bitcoin briefly plummeted to about $8,000 on Thursday, but only on the Binance trading platform. So it's been having fun all morning. It looks like we're dropping again and correcting. It looks like the RSI was tested, and then you got the divergence as well. No, sorry, that's RSI. This is divergence. You guys can see it differently than I can. So it bounced off of the bottom, just like it's supposed to. So, and it will probably run outside of here from this point forward. Typically, that's what happens when these two correlate like this. You'll have it run up out and then come back. And usually it stops at the bottom. Sometimes if it's really a good sell-off, it'll drop down below it, but it'll always just come back right back up. This is more of looking. I like to think of these as fair market value indicators, where you can see is the value of the asset at a fair price or at a viable or good price. If it stays within that range, usually it's going to actually do really well, and etc., etc., etc. And if it ever, like I said, if it stops like this and then bounces back, usually that means it's in fair market value and will continue to grow out, which is great. So, anyways, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Also, it was really, really kind of interesting to me. Binance could not be reached for comment for the story, but on Twitter, Chief Executive Officer, whatever his name is, not even going to try to pronounce it. I am too tired for that today. Said to expect very high volatility in the crypto over the next few months. Hmm. Hmm. On his exchanges, and then he says expect volatility. I wonder if they drop the price to that somehow on their exchanges to get more Bitcoin so they can continue to filling orders. You never know. Gotta wonder. Gotta wonder. You guys know these exchanges, they don't have the liquidity anymore, and they don't have the Bitcoin to fulfill your orders when you were on there. They're robbing Paul. Was it robbing Peter to pay Paul? Yeah. Mm. Basically, they're borrowing from someone else to pay to you. But it's funny, we got it just kind of makes me kind of laugh. I just kind of sit there and scratch my head going, yeah, you dropped it on your exchange and then you said, oh, it's going to be volatile. Are you going to do this more and more over? You know what? I don't know. Frankly, I don't care because it didn't affect everything, except I guess part of this pullback right now is part of that, maybe. I don't know. What are we at on the daily? Let's do the day. Yeah, it's actually just starting to come down on the day, so who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. So I don't know if you guys keep following Evergrande. I'm following Evergrande because to me that's the Lehman Brothers. It's the canary in the coal mine kind of thing. It's the here's look out, this is what may be coming kind of thing. Evergrande, you guys know I've talked about it, and I hope you followed it somewhat. They're one of China's largest development companies that they have. They account for a quarter of all of China's GDP. Let me say that again. 1/4 of all of China's GDP. This one company accounts for. So they were not able to do their $2.6 billion transfer, et cetera, et cetera. I talked about that yesterday, I think, on Patreon. Or maybe I did it. Yeah, I don't remember. I talked about it yesterday. I know I did that. But, yep, Tom, she is going to blow. That is an understatement. Remember how Lehman Brothers kind of started doing stuff like this in 2008? And it just completely destroyed the economy? Well, the thing about Evergrande, they not only touch China's markets, they hold land in the U.S. too. They hold land in other countries around the world. Just to kind of give you some perspective here on how we're going to see a major issue when they collapse. They dropped 12.5% on that news. 12.5%. That's a lot for a business to just drop like that in a day. Basically, they're insolvent. They know it. China knows it. China is not really lending a hand to bail them out. It's going to actually cause major problems in the world economy. And then a lot of people keep blowing this off. Oh, it's not as big as Lehman Brothers. Oh, it's not as bad. This, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, they hold physical land assets, guys. They develop that land. That's a little bit different than holding a collateralized debt obligation or a CDO, and then getting caught with the bag kind of thing. It's a little bit different. I I just kind of laugh, the media tries to spin all this stuff in the way that don't worry about it. The people don't need to worry about it. Don't need to worry. You guys need to pay attention. When you see these things, this to me signals major issues. This to me signals the economy is going to come down very hard, very fast. We'll talk about it in a minute, rising inflation. Holy crap, inflation is rising. Gas prices are going up. Food costs are going up. The grocery stores, everything that you had, like buying jackets, little kids and everything, Josie, you're something else. Yes, very much so. Uh, anyways, I lost my train of thought. Okay, inflation is going nuts because different things that we typically normally would buy are just costing too much. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's a supply chain because the demand is higher, the supply is not there." No, that's not how. We have things there. It's not that. It's the cost. The reason is the dollar. The dollar is lost its value. Its purchasing value has been lost. I've told my friends and family this for years, and all of you who are watching know I've said, and this is not financial advice, but if you want to protect yourselves, buy silver, physically hold it. Buy gold, physically hold it. And then buy cryptocurrencies and get your money out of their system. Jim, you paid $5 for a can of blueberry pie filling? Holy cow, dude. Whoa. Sure. Yes. Anyways, I'll ping you later. Anyways, so basically, we'll finish up with Evergrande real quick. They are at the end of their 30-day grace period, so they're already past their payment due day. They have to pay $83 million by Saturday. And this is the fun thing. This is kind of what I've talked about too. And to investors in an offshore US dollar bond, they will probably try to pay the Chinese bonds and the Chinese debt first. But they will say, America, screw you. I'm not paying you back. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an intense next couple of weeks, next couple of months. I don't know what it's going to happen, but you guys better hold on tight. Kind of talking about inflation here. Inflation is approaching a tipping point at grocery stores. Once these supermarket prices raise more than 5%, consumer buying habits will start to change. I can tell you right now, we live, the way we do things in our household is a little bit, my wife is very, very organized. She does an amazing job. She has a meal plan every single week. We plan out exactly what we're going to get for that week and go obtain it, eat the meals that are planned, et cetera, and go from there. When you do that type of thing, it's easier to budget. It's easier to just, allocate the funds where it needs to be, et cetera. Well, when you start allocating funds to those things and you start realizing I need more this week than I did last week, and then I need more this week than I did last week, and then more this week, out of a month, if you go look back, it's going up a lot, and you're buying very similar, same sort of stuff, I think we bought, like, we do other organic stuff, right? So we bought a gallon of milk. A gallon of organic milk was like $12, $13 here in our region, in our area. Oh, I was sitting there scratching my head going, are you free? Are you for real? Like, there's no way this is this much. So people are gonna sit there and say, okay, I'm not gonna buy the organic anymore, and I'm gonna buy the other stuff. It's not necessarily bad for you, but isn't great for you either. Or I'm gonna stop buying as much meat, or I'm gonna stop doing steaks or burgers or chicken, meat, whatever. Or I'm not gonna buy ice cream. I'm not gonna buy those little treats. I'm gonna go with salads. I'm gonna go with something else. They're gonna change their buying habits, and they already are. I know other family members, other friends actually I've talked to recently. They're like, man, we've completely changed everything we eat and how we eat. Our diet's completely changed, and it's just messing with us. When you do that, it physically messes with you. It's not really a good thing. Yes, Tom, we are from pretty much every angle that we possibly can be, at least. So, guys, we haven't. I know you guys are feeling this. Everyone's feeling this around the country. That everyone really is, and I hate it. And this is the really frustrating part to me. Right now, we don't have the control over this system. We don't have control over what they're doing and how they're doing it because we're in their market, in the US dollar. We're using the central bank stuff. You need to understand cryptocurrency gives you a way out of that. It does. It gives you a way to be free of it. Blockchain technology gives you a way to be free of it. They're talking about all these supply chain problems. Guess what? Build your supply chain on a blockchain. Set the smart contracts up to auto execute off of specific thresholds. Set scanners up with set up the Ambrosis blockchain. Set the scanners up where they need to be. Have those scanners feed into the Ambrosis blockchain. Have your other blockchain and smart contracts reading that blockchain to feed into your main backbone supply chain that controls the rest of your system. Automate the system. It's already automated in a lot of ways. Do it now. Resolve these problems. Get away from the dollar. And people, like Ben said, we're going to have a fork, a humanitarian fork, where everyone's going to split. The people are going to continue using the dollar, and they're going to completely collapse, just like Venezuela. There's going to be the rest of us who are going to go on the crypto train, and we're going to have an amazing time because it's real money. It's really good money. And just to kind of point that out, just kind of hammer that home a little bit here. Talked about Peter Thiel yesterday a little bit. Tech billionaire Peter Thiel says he underinvested in Bitcoin. At least he invested in it. I hope that some of his billions are in there. Speaking of an event in Miami, just hours after Bitcoin hit an all-time record high. Whatever. I already read this. I'm kind of paraphrasing. Sorry. They were reportedly coffee time. When the words don't come out of your mouth, coffee. Yeah, just a few hours of sleep. Anyways, you're supposed to buy, or you were reportedly joked that you're supposed to just buy Bitcoin before adding, I feel like I have underinvested in it. I think the answers are still too good or to go long, on Bitcoin. They were reportedly added before saying maybe it is still enough of a secret. It's not really necessarily a secret, man. It's more just people. There's an educational barrier there. Something that I'm involved in with some consulting stuff. Go to bitcoinconsultants.world. There's an entire group of consultants there. I'm part of that group. We set this up basically as an organization to bridge that gap so that people can actually go in, learn what this stuff is, and then jump out of the system as fast as they can. Because the problem is there is a slight learning curve. People, especially our parents' age, our grandparents' age, they're not used to using their phone to transact and stuff like that. Like, I know my grandparents, they still go to the bank and get cash and they pay for things. That doesn't really happen in our age groups anymore. In my age group, we definitely don't do that. Hey, good morning, Bandicoot. What's going on? Thanks for being here. It really means a lot you guys are here. But anyways, you need Crypto Sherpa. Welcome. Glad to have you here, man. So, the Bitcoin Consultants Worldwide, or bitcoinconsultants.world is the website. It's actually, I think it's linked in my description here. If it's not, I will fix that. They are set up so that we can bridge that gap. It's not really a secret that Bitcoin's there. People just don't know how to go get it. And that's where the danger from the ETF recently comes into play, where we have the talking heads in the media saying, oh, this is how people can get into cryptocurrency and have it in their portfolios. No. That's paper cryptocurrency. It is not in your portfolio. It is not something that you're actually holding. Go buy the real thing. And people can buy the real thing because cryptocurrency has its own stock exchange. Technically, it has its own way to buy it, very similarly to the stock exchanges, the way that it's all set up. You got to understand. What's up, Manny? How's it going, man? Thanks for being here, dude. Guys, all of you, thank you. This is actually a lot of fun just to have you guys here and just talking through stuff. And if you have questions, throw them out there. I'll try and answer them. So we are coming into a time now where we are about to have every one of the brothers going to be rushing, trying to figure out how to do this. And that's part of the reason why the Bitcoin consultants worldwide was set up. They're, to my knowledge, they're the first group collectively, almost like a mastermind, if you will, working to solve this problem of educating the masses. So that I think is going to be a big deal coming very, very soon. Already is. The folks that are behind this, they're genuine people, lovely people. Some of you guys are here, are part of that. So it's amazing to actually see you guys in here and enjoying that conversation with you. I think that we're about to see a very big need for that. And that's kind of why I threw my hat in the ring with it. Just kind of see what happens there. I got a lot of different projects I'm working on, but why not get the knowledge out there? That's why I started the shows. People can come in here and have some fun with this. And Bandicoot, so many folks are going to make some fatal mistakes with these ETFs. You're not kidding. They're going to throw their money in there and it's going to completely crash because they have to roll it over. So they're getting funded from the Federal Reserve. Anyways, be careful out here what I say. Join the Patreon and we could talk about stuff like that, and I don't have to worry about what I say. I would go into so much more detail, and I do. So yesterday I actually did. I went into how some of the banking system works and stuff like that. So yeah, hop in there, have some fun, do live chats there just like this, and let me know if it makes sense for you guys. I do appreciate those who join there. So, but anyways, I have a meeting literally starting in just a few minutes. I need to get ready for it actually. So do me a favor, share this video. Please smash the likes. Help me grow the channel. That's really kind of a goal right now of mine, just to get the channel as big as I can, as quickly as I can, just so that I can focus on doing some of this stuff, getting the content for you guys out there, and start to share different things that I know are coming down the pipe as I'm allowed to. So the Patreon's there for me to be able to talk unfiltered. I will, as the channels grow, I will also start to do interviews and things like that on there as well. So you guys have been wonderful and amazing, and I really hope you have a blessed, wonderful day, and I'll see you at 4:30 Eastern on my Patreon. Take it easy.